What's up? It's your boy Jeff. We got Natural Lighting Jeff in the building. Got my co-host Zach Cooper. We are going to be reacting to Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Shawn Michaels with Mike Tyson as the special guest enforcer at Wrestlemania 14 for the WWF title. Big match, and like Zach alluded to in some previous reactions and reviews, could have been better if Shawn Michaels did not have a jacked up back, and it was notable mainly towards the middle of the match. I think he did a good job early, but we'll get to that later. All right, Mike Tyson makes his entrance first as the special enforcer. Then we see Stone Cold come out to his regular entrance. DX gets a live performance by, I wish I remembered the band's name, but they made the DX song pretty much. So they come out to that. Match begins. Shawn early on is throwing some jabs at Stone Cold because, Mike Tyson said, we got to throw our best jab, and, that's how Shawn starts the match. Throws a couple jabs. He's taunting. Austin ends up getting a hold of Shawn and ends up beating him up, and back body drops him onto the outside. Every time Shawn took a back bump, I just was like, ooh, which one is gonna, which one's gonna sting harder, because of the whole back issue with Shawn. Triple H ends up putting hands on Stone Cold, but instead of a disqualification, you cannot end WrestleMania with a disqualification. The ref ejects him and Chyna from ringside, but keeps special enforcer Mike Tyson, who was supposed to be there. Makes sense. Austin gets hit with a flying axe handle shortly thereafter from HBK. Austin then chases Triple H and attacks him up the stage, even throws him into like the band set on the side where they were doing the live entrance. But Shawn ends up clotheslining Austin kind of from behind on the side, and they're kind of brawling for a bit on the outside. Shawn gets him back into the ring, but that's where Austin would take the upper hand. Austin then controls most of the action in the ring before he sends HBK to the outside. Mike Tyson then kind of just backs off. He backs away, lets them do their thing. Good job. Don't get too handsy now as the special enforcer. Austin would send Shawn Michaels into the steel steps shortly thereafter. They go back into the ring. Austin ends up controlling the action a little bit more until Shawn hits a jawbreaker. Shawn and Austin are now back on the outside. Shortly thereafter, near the Bellkeeper area, Austin goes for a move. I guess he was going to clothesline him over or something, but Shawn hits a back body drop on Austin, sending him into the crowd, and then he uses the ring bell on Austin after the ref was distracted by Mike Tyson, I guess. I don't know. I thought the ref was looking right at him, but whatever. Shawn takes control in the ring with some punches. He visibly looks hurt when he's dishing out the punches. It's like he would go for a punch and then he would kind of, place his hand on his lower back. So you could tell, like, he's pretty much visibly hurt. This isn't some, grade A level acting. Like, the dude's actually hurt. Let's see, where am I with the notes? Okay. Then he mocks Stone Cold with the middle fingers to the crowd, and Austin would then hop up, big ball of energy, hits a Luthez press. Shawn would then go, Shawn gets to the outside of the ring shortly thereafter and gets a hold of Austin's knee and rams it into the ring post to regain control. I think he does it twice. Shawn then gets back in the ring, works on Austin's knee some more. Shawn would then hit a baseball sliding kick on the Austin, who rolled to the outside, sending him into the announcer's table, or onto the announcer's table. Mike Tyson kind of just got out of the way, like, okay, I don't want any smoke, just leave me alone, guys. Mike Tyson then, however, was like, you know what, I do want some smoke. So I'm going to grab Austin, damn near give him a wedgie by throwing him back into the ring. Shawn would then lock in the figure four, and the ref is keying in Mike Chioda. He's keying in on Stone Cold Steve Austin, so Shawn is just sitting there holding the middle ropes, using it for leverage, and he holds the top rope, using it for leverage. Austin would then reverse the pressure shortly thereafter, but then Shawn would lock in a sleeper hold. Austin would then break it up by kind of ramming Shawn into the corner. The problem is Mike Chioda is an idiot and placed himself in that corner. So while he's ramming Shawn Michaels, he's also ramming Mike Chioda, ends up taking out the ref. Austin would then go for an attack, would go on the attack for a bit, but Shawn would counter with his flying elbow, and then he does the kip up. Shawn then hits an elbow drop. His signature elbow drop goes for sweet chin music, but Austin is able to counter into a Stone Cold Stunner. Mike Tyson, since he's the special enforcer and the ref's taken out, he has to take matters into his own hands. He just comes into the ring, does a fast 3 count, new champion. We got the Boston Screwjob right here with Mike Tyson, who's wearing the DX merch, helping out Stone Cold Steve Austin. And Stone Cold becomes the WWF champion. Austin and Tyson celebrate with a 316 jersey. They bring a couple of those in the ring. Tyson's kind of holding it up, showing it off. Shawn gets up finally, wakes up from his nap, and he's upset with Tyson. And he goes to swing on Tyson. He keeps poking him like that into the chest. And boom, Tyson ends up taking him down with one punch. Austin and Tyson leave together as the confetti flies. It's a big, pivotal, big career moment for Stone Cold. This would write Shawn Michaels off of TV, I imagine, until 2002 when he does come back from his career-threatening back injury. All right, we're going to take all this into account now. They also did show a hype package before the match about Mike Tyson coming to WWF and, you know, aligning himself with DX and that kind of stuff. So taking all this into account, I'm going to give this match like a 3. It's not a 3. It's somewhere between 3.25 and 3.5, but I don't know which one to give it. I think I'm going to be a little generous and give it a 3.5 out of 5. That's what I think we're going to do. Going to be generous, going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. It was a big pivotal moment for Stone Cold. I thought Shawn Michaels still worked a good match, a pretty good match despite the back injury. The presence of Mike Tyson, it didn't overstay its welcome, and he didn't overly get involved until the end when he had to make the fast count. I would say overall it was fun. It was fun. It was a big moment for Stone Cold, and Shawn did a hell of a job despite having a hurt back. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Going to curve it up a little bit, 3.5 out of 5. We'll see what Zach Cooper has to say, and that's it for WrestleMania 14, guys.